May sales pero laging kulang? Saan napunta ang pera? It was a good month. Mataas ang sales, masaya ang mga customers. Tapos, tiningnan mo ang bank account mo at the end of the month at ang pera hindi nagmamatch sa ini-expect mo. May sales naman, saan napunta? O kaya ito yung nangyayari. Maybe this has happened to you as well. Kumukuha ka ng pera para bayaran ng supplier, then bigla mong na-realize na kulang pala. Nako, lagot, diba? Anak, here's what I learned after many years in business. The most dangerous problem in any business is the one that you cannot see. Hindi yung malaking gastos, yung maliliit na expenses araw-araw. Walang record, walang system. So, many business owners feel this. Busy ang business, may sales, may customers, pero every month, parang may kulang pa rin na hindi nila nakikita. And here is the question that matters most right now. Do you know exactly where every peso goes after every sale? Because if the honest answer is, hindi ko sigurado, that is not a selling problem. That is not a staffing problem. That is not a customer problem. That is a cash flow problem. May nag-reach out sa akin recently, isang business owner na may milk tea shop. Sabi niya, Mami N, araw-araw kaming may sales, pero pagdating sa bayad sa supplier, parang lagi na lang kaming naghahanap ng pera. Kumikita ba talaga kami o hindi? Hindi na ako sigurado, sabi niya. Alam mo ba, so many business owners are in this exact situation. Busy, may sales, pero may leak na hindi sila nakikita. At alam mo ba anak kung bakit? Today, let me share 5 practical tips from 5 business owners who were honest enough to say, may leak pala sa cash flow namin, Mami N, at hindi namin ito nakita agad. Number 1, sales is not cash. Ang sales at pera sa kamay ay magkaiba. Pangalawa, busy feels like progress, pero ang cash flow hindi nagsisinungaling. Pangatlo, small daily expenses. Those are the ones that quietly drain you. Pang-apat, hindi mo maayos ang hindi mo nakikita. Pang-lima, the money was there, hindi lang na-allocate sa tamang oras. Pag-usapan natin ang bawat isa. Number 1, sales, hindi cash. Nangyari na ba sa iyo to? Nag-check ka ng bank account mo expecting na okay naman, tapos hindi pala nagmamatch ang balance sa sales mo? Maybe you can relate to this couple. Let's call them Joel and Maricel. Meron silang hardware store, serving contractors and homeowners in their area. Mataas ang sales. Construction projects were booming. Orders coming in regularly. Pero every time si Maricel would sit down to check the numbers, may isang pakiramdam na hindi niya maiwasan. Kumikita tayo, Joel, pero bakit parang walang pera sa kamay? He started losing sleep over it. Iniisip niya every night. Nag-iingat naman sila. Hindi sila nagastos ng malaki. Bakit hindi pa rin nagtatama ang pera? And Joel thought it was just slow collections. Baka timing lang, sabi niya. Pero ang katotohanan was something different. Yung kanilang hardware store had many credit customers. Ang mga contractors bumibili muna, nagbabayad lang after ng project. Minsan 30 days, minsan 60 days pa. Pero si Joel at Maricel, upfront magbayad sa supplier. Buo, every single time. The money from sales was real, hindi lang pa available. On top of that, walang sistema para matrack kung sino na ang overdue. Walang listahan, walang follow-up. Maricel kept feeling like something was wrong, but she was right. She just did not have the numbers to show exactly where the gap was. Anak, eto ang lesson. High sales does not mean healthy cash flow. Ang tanong, hindi kung magkano ang kita, hindi kung kailan talaga dumarating ang pera. Number 2, basta may sales, okay na. Naniniwala ka ba na basta kumikita naman ng business, hindi na kailangan pag-aralan pa ang cash flow? This is exactly the thinking that quietly caught up with a woman I know. Let's call her Cora. Si Cora merong laundry shop with multiple drop-off and pick-up points sa kanyang city. Consistent naman ang negosyo niya, regular customers, steady orders, at yung kanyang mga machines were almost always running. For years, ganito ang mindset ni Cora. Basta may customers, okay na. Kaya nakafocus siya sa customers, on the operations, on making sure everyone was happy, and she left the numbers to sort themselves out. Hindi niya masyadong tinitingnan ng expenses kasi feeling niya basta may pumasok na pera, maayos ng lahat. Pero 1 month, everything came due. At the same time, machine repairs, supply purchases, and the rental increase. Nako, nataranta siya. Paano nangyari ito? When she was finally sitting down with her bookkeeper, nakita niya na something na hindi niya napapansin. Yung kanyang pinakamalaking accounts, yung mga small hotels and apartment buildings, nagbabayad sa katapusan ng buwan. Pero yung kanyang supplies at yung kanyang machine maintenance, mid-month pa lang, kailangan na. That 2 to 3 weeks gap, sapat na para maging malaking problema para sa kanya. At eto yung lesson. The problem was never overspending. It was not paying attention to when the money moved. Kaya anak, fully booked ang schedule mo, mataas ang sales, but if you are not watching when money comes in and goes out, hindi mo makikita kung saan laging kulang. Remember, busy and okay are two different things, ha? Pangatlo, hindi nakikitang gastos. Have you ever felt, okay naman ang kita, alam mong malalaking gastos, pero every month may kulang pa. May kulang pa rin na hindi mo ma-explain. Anak, kung ganito rin ang nararamdaman mo, you are not alone. Merong isang couple na kilala ko na ang pangalan nila Romy and Pressy, na merong again pharmacy sa isang well-populated community. Maayos naman ang sales, maraming regular customers, kilala sila sa lugar nila bilang trusted na drugstore. Si Pressy ang naghahanda ng day-to-day. He was the one who noticed na, teka muna, sabi niya, every end of the month parang may kulang. Hindi naman malaki pero may kulang. She could not explain it to Romy and she felt frustrated with herself. Sabi niya, dapat alam ko to ako yung nag-aasikaso nito araw-araw. Ang hindi niya nare-realize, ang petty cash nila halos araw-araw nagagastos. Supplies, delivery fees, maliliit na purchases. Pero walang nagtatrack, walang resibo, walang listahan. It was not something she meant to ignore. Wala lang talagang sistema para doon. And on top of that, may mga gamot pa na nag-e-expire. Ang ordering nila hindi nakabase sa actual na sales. Nag-order sila dahil ganoon na ang dati, hindi dahil sa actual na nangyayari. Old ordering system ang sinusunod nila. Lahat ng yung pala, no? Parang maliliit lang kasi paisa-isa. Pero kapag chine-check mo sa buong taon, malaki na pala ang total na nawawala. Hindi nila nakikita sa sales report ang nakatago na petty cash, mga expired na gamot, at mga maliliit na gastos na akala nilang hindi lang kailangang i-track. Anak, hindi mo pinapansin kasi dahil maliit, pero ang maliliit na leaks nakakasink ng big businesses. Yan. Yun yung kasabihan na totoong-totoo. At kapag malaki na ang epekto, mahirap nang ibalik ang nawala. Number 4, walang record, walang alam. And as a decision maker in your business, can you pull up an exact breakdown of your expenses last month, right now, without guessing? If the honest answer is no, may couple na nasa ganyang sitwasyon din. Let's call them Dennis and Lourdes. They run a logistics and trucking company serving clients across several provinces. Meron silang drivers, dispatch staff at sariling fleet of trucks na minamanage. Revenue, steady. May active contracts, regular clients, consistent ang volume. Pero when a business advisor asked Dennis one direct question, magkano ang gastos ninyo sa gasolina last month? Yung eksakto, hindi niya masagot. Meron siyang rough idea, pero a number he could stand behind, wala. At hindi lang gasolina, maintenance costs, toll fees, driver meal allowances, lahat ng ito, walang central record. Bawat driver may sariling listahan, walang standard format, walang consolidation. Dennis thought, hindi critical na issue yon. Sabi niya, kaya naman namin bayaran ng lahat. The business was running. Clients were being served. Pero this is what a business leader needs to understand. Kapag walang record, walang makikitang pattern. Yes, pattern. You cannot see which routes are costing you more than they should. You cannot see which months consistently run high on operational costs. You cannot make a sound pricing decision if you do not know your actual cost per delivery. Diba? Dennis was making leadership decisions pero without the data to back them up. Delikado yon. Kasi a business without clear records is not just disorganized. It is flying blind. And a leader flying blind cannot steer the business in the right direction. Diba? And so, always keep in mind, you cannot fix what you cannot see. And you cannot lead what you cannot measure. Number 5, dumating ang pera, hindi lang na-allocate. Has this ever happened? Malaki ang sales this month, pero by the time kailangan ng bayaran ang supplier, wala na pala ang pera. If you've asked yourself, paano nangyari ito? May business owner na ganyan din ang pinagdaanan. Let's call him Ferdy. He runs a distributorship, supplying grocery items to sari-sari stores and small retailers in his area. So from the outside, it looks solid. Active accounts, regular customers, consistent delivery cycle. But every time a major supplier payment came due, Ferdy found himself in the same uncomfortable position, short. Here is what was happening. Collections from his retailers came in small amounts, spread across the month, pero ang supplier payments, lump sum, fixed schedule, walang extensions. The money that came in araw-araw, hindi niya sineseparate. Lahat pumupunta sa iisang account. Operational expenses, salaries, fuel, personal withdrawals, halo ang lahat. Walang naka-allocate para sa supplier payment na darating. So, when the due date arrived, naghahanap na siya ng pera para pambayad. Ferdy tried to solve it by chasing more accounts, pushing more volume, but more sales without a system for allocation. Ibig sabihin nun, same cycle lang on a larger scale. The issue was never the revenue. The issue was the absence of a structure that told every peso where to go before it could go somewhere else. Anak, cash flow problems, hindi yan about earning less. Sometimes, ang pera nandoon naman. Hindi lang na-allocate sa tamang oras bago pa man nagastos. So, a business that earns well but allocates poorly will always feel like it is running out kahit hindi naman totoo. So, anak, iba-ibang negosyo, iba-ibang may-ari, pero the same question kept coming up. Saan napunta ang pera? May sales, pero may kulang pa rin. And in every single story, the problem was not the revenue. It was what they could not see. And that is the truth about cash flow. Anak, hindi laging tungkol sa kulang na sales. Minsan, nandoon ang pera. Hindi lang nakikita kung saan napupunta. Your business cannot grow on guesswork, ha? May pera siguro is not a financial system. If your cash flow is still unclear and you are tired of feeling short every end of the month, that is exactly what we can help fix. You don't have to figure this out alone. Start with a free clarity call with my team. That's where the clarity begins. The link is in the comment section, kaya let's just continue to be business-minded, Pinoy.